That is much more terrifying than this machine you're so eager to fight. That concerns me far more than you betraying us, or fighting a battle you can't possibly win. It's a very funny context put her, oh, it's okay if you're still a good girl. It's really hard to break the habit to Saturn into. Yeah. You're right. I don't think any of you really understood what you were doing. Pluto is unreal. She's far more overwhelming than any of you understood. If that ship is unworthy of Pluto, it's going to be torn apart under the pressure of her, not the other way around. Pluto is the only real human being. No wonder she feels so alien when she looks at us. I don't know about that, LT. I think that's you projecting a bit. Welcome back to another fun time in space. We're gonna start the Lunaterra Betray Everyone, session. Lunati, it's time. I hope everyone had a good Friday. Oh god, I forgot about Mercursion screaming all the time. Okay. This is fine. How did she stand this? I guess it's just background noise to her at this point. From the Division of Existential Safety, Conflict-Enabled Ship Self-Archetype Model, First Flight, July 16th, 1969. Place of manufacture, Sea of Crises, Earth's moon. Our hope for a throne of the soul for the Memorial Foundation International Space Program, and all humans. Until no one is forgotten, and all are remembered. Registering pilot. Welcome, pilot first class, Lunaterra. Error. Multiple maintenance issues. Critical errors detected. Oh god. Click on. Hold on. Wrestling my mouse here. Notice. Launch permissions are locked until addressed. List errors. Maintenance errors. There is a possible sensor failure. Several limb connections are not registering. No weapons are loaded. Critical errors. Mass Alert 1. Healing failure on critical area near core. Possible bleed. Mass Alert 2. Tidal core is resonating at levels harmful to the pilot. Ready manual firmware update. Running. Upgrades detected. Syncing. Accepted manual internal mechanism firmware update. Switched ammunition to conceptual mode. Custom sensors loaded. Dynamic limb optimization loaded. 1981.1.7 weapon loadout drivers loaded. Details, Mass Alert 1. Eye bleed 2. Recording derived from the data burned 4-dimensionally into the wound. Suffered by this unit almost 1 year ago. Wound self-generated by forced overloading, tearing the core open during sustained conflict in the Mars-Ares regression cave. All critical systems have naturally healed, yet the wound continues to bleed into space. Fuel efficiency lowered, fueling speed reduced, and tidal reactor speed cannot be regulated, leading to the possibility of overload and increased pilot strain. It is strongly recommended you seek assistance of a full maintenance team. The lack of understanding of the full effects of gravitational conflict on the human gestalt means that this computer cannot provide adequate instruction on therapeutic measures. Permanently disabled Mass Alert 1. Is it too loud? Okay. Alright, I will turn down the mirror. Having a crisis. Hi! How's it going? I see you saw my tweet. I was struck with a bolt of inspiration. Oh. Had to do it. Permanently disable Mass Alert 1. Really ignore? Yes. Provide reason. Automatic scan alerts show that this may not be a very good reason. Would you like to provide another? No. Mass Alert 1 disabled. Details, Mass Alert 2. Tidal reactor has unauthorized modification that is causing an unsustainable chain reaction. Notice, this ship is not equipped to handle prolonged operation at this capacity. Notice, increasing short-term output may cause long-term failures. Notice, loss of gravitational stability may cause fracturing and instability in pilot. Oh, will it now? Permanently disabled, mass alert 2. This mass alert cannot be disabled by pilot authorization. MF key code. Alert disabled. Made the poor choice to go on Twitter, but you saw the banger. Fraught relationship. I feel so smart for that. It was really hard to figure out how to do, I think I have COVID with, averting. I think I did okay, though. For record-keeping purposes, please input the reason. Ship self Mercurisium is in spacefaring condition. You are cleared to launch. She has to do this every time she updates her fucking mech. Disable launcher OS and engage catapult. All controls given to pilot. There's a message for you. Oh. Refused. This message will be automatically played. Keep this as my gift to you. Prove to me you've learned not to choke. Incoming message. Standing order is updated. Urgent. If it's not too late. Let me enjoy. Oh, I was cutting out a bit. Oop. Why am I cutting out a bit? What's happening? Enjoy the view of the rings. They are beautiful, even though there's only so long you can watch them before even the sight of the sixth planet rings become as boring as a blue sky. Mercurisium sensors render them in every detail, every sense as perfectly as she always has. Your voice cutting out. Did the cat fuck up my microphone settings? How about that? Is that better? That might be better. Or is that too bad? He might have bonked my EQ. I'll do it a little bit. Yeah, that's probably why, actually. I'm getting banned past. Being put through a filter. Really are getting old, aren't you? Both me. I should probably listen to Control and throw you out and get... That doesn't... You're only supposed to get one body. So transgender of you, Lunati. Even if I haven't been good to you, I could never throw you out. I'm still cutting out? Why? Why am I cutting out? I don't get it. I don't understand. Was my... Is that any better? Season's more pronounced when I go into Lunati's voice. Okay, that makes sense to me. Probably because I'm a lot quieter when I'm doing that. I'm gonna bump up my gain a bit and see if that helps a little. How... Okay, how... Whoa, that was so much lower. Why is that lower? Okay. Not good. Why is this happening to me? How about... Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, my own volume's a lot lower than usual, which is really weird. Anything? Huh. Well, okay. Welcome to Lily Plays with her mixer and can't actually figure out what's going on with her fucking microphone. Everyone can go look at Edelgard for a bit. Oh, why is this happening? Because my voice would... It used to be, like, way higher. This is wild. Wait, hold on. It won't... Why is it not changing volume at all? Now I'm peaking? Okay. Which is lying to me. I love fucking with settings. Okay. Let me find something to read. I'll find the Mansquito. Basically, I think the general rule of thumb is if someone really wants the blood that... Wait, I should do it in Lunaterra voice. Someone really wants the blood inside of your body, like a vampire or Dracula, some kind of... Then that's probably okay. A Dracula and a Mansquito are made for, like, blood and... Cutting out. I don't understand. Microphone, why? What are you doing to me? Because I personally can't tell if it's cutting out. Okay. I'm gonna figure this out. I have muted my computer. I'm going to listen to myself talk. We're gonna do the test so I can hear what it sounds like. Alright. So, I'm gonna talk about things that Lunaterra... Basically, I think that the general rule of thumb is if someone really wants the blood inside of your body and they're like a vampire or a Dracula... Okay, that didn't cut out. Did not cut out when I'm listening. Ah, there we go. Okay, so it's, my volume gate is too low. Or something. It's not picking me up. Okay, what if I talk and... Okay, I'm seeing it. Hmm. This is annoying. I hate audio issues. I restarted my computer before I did this, but I guess it's just mad. Um, okay. I've got my gain up. Oh, that's too high. Oh. Yeah, you showed up just in time for the technical difficulty minigame. It doesn't like when I do the Lunaterra voice. Oh, now it's doing okay. Nope, it's not. I just have to be loud enough. I think that's the thing. Just have to be Lunaterra loud. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Let's... Whoa. That was so loud. Why is the game so loud? What the fuck? Is it loud for you, or is it just loud for me? No more depressed mumbling for Luna T. Oh no, it's so bad for her. It's not that loud? Okay, it's just me. Cool. Where are all that we've got? The Mericrysium is the test type model. It was made as proof of concept. It isn't the first vessel made to grant humans locomotion and life in space, but it is the first to allow for outward expression in all kinds of ways. It can do so many things, and they gave it devices for everything. Because they hadn't estimated how powerful tidal engines would become, or what sorts of things humans would really want to do in space. It's the first machine meant for conflict, but it's also the last machine that was meant for other things too. A ceremonial tin soldier, made to impress. An impossible to use machine. Mind machine or biofeedback. Interfacing is necessary to give humans control over a second body, but the Mericrysium is done completely manually. It represents Lunaterra's expert finger blasting technique. It makes Lunaterra sort of a genius and sort of an idiot that she can't do things any other way. I'm having so much fun, it's hard to believe it's going to be over so... No, I love it when old things are over and new things begin. Open the channel. Let's hear those standing orders. Not reading this for the 15th time. There you go. Good girl. Mercury and Gatorade. We should do Saturn first, right? No, we should do Pluto first. Oh, I didn't read it. Oops. I missed a lot. Wait, why did I do that? Hold on. That was silly. There's stuff I need to look at. Let's just zoom through that again. Pat, come here. I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to, I heard the words doing Saturn and passed out. I think my reactor's aborting. Alright. Let's try that again. So, you really have betrayed us, haven't you? I've never betrayed anyone in my entire life. uh, but seriously, whose side are you on right now? It sounds so accusatory to put it like that, you know? I'm fine with you being on whoever's side you choose. So I can destroy them and drive you back to me. That may end up being a lot of people. What? You don't think I'm up for it? Don't worry yourself about that part, kitten. Want me to defect back, you could always just ask. Oh, sweet girl, I'm not interested in you coming back so you can walk away again. How many times did Halimede fall for that? Hallie mentioned, put it on the counter. It shouldn't count as tricking her if she knew it was coming every time. Oh, stop it. I hate it when you're modest. It's so beneath you. Give her at least the dignity of a subtle seduction. Would have. That's not what she wanted. She really ought to think about her reputation more. And what more is there to say about the trail of messes you leave? But my disappointment in you both is total. My adorable failures. What am I to do with you? You should go easy on her. I live to spoil her. Make no mistakes that everything she deserves will be visited on you. I wouldn't dream of not letting you have that. You have to know by now how aware I am of what you want and deserve. You're so good to me. Day 1 Europa and day 9 Europa are so distinct. It's so true. Who is this woman? I don't deserve it. When I double cross you again, be sure to really let me have it. I hope you do, but I take no chances with loyalty. Halimede merely hopes you will change. I think it's charming that even you believe it might have some effect on you, but I know you much better than you, kitten. I won't let you return no matter how much you beg. You have no other choice. When you can't pivot or run or trick your way through, when you can't second guess or lie, that's the only way to change that nature of yours. Subject. Just come and get me. Oh, you think you're so cool, don't you? Well, watch your back, because I'm coming for you. Think that #1 position... This is from Mars, right? Think their #1 position is gonna last? Not a chance. In fact, why don't we have a little duel about it? If you're not too scared. Come meet me in the shadow of Olympia Mons, and I'll make sure that this time you're the one left splattered and helpless and pinned on the side of the mountain. Not me, like last 9 times. Also, would it kill you to, like, stick around for a bit after? You smug jerk. Not that I'm planning on losing. This time I'm gonna beat you. Love Mars. I can't wait to see her again. Cold War Ace reports, Lunaterra. Origin, first generation pilot research declassification. Author, Memorial Foundation Existential Safety. She was unremarkable. I did not remember her of her. We took any of those who but wanted badly to live in space and did not fit on Earth. In retrospect, we were asking for a rather unique quality, not just a coincidence that she was there. The pilots had to be young adults, pass a physical, and not care what space might do to their body. Estrogen. It's not so surprising that someone like her would emerge from that pool, but the woman you know today has been iterated on since she was an adolescent. Be assured I saw nothing of promise in her when I first met her. I told her that myself, as I told all the students. I'm uninterested in your potential. We are judged by the self we create. I find that encourages brats to not take their specialness so serious. That was not Lunaterra's problem. Piece by piece, she created someone very interesting to be. We gave those children permission, and Lunaterra was simply unique in her execution. She was never encouraged, she was never punished. We will never find another prodigy like Lunaterra by looking for tidally sensitive children, because they do not exist. We will not find them pre-made. They must create themselves. Was this not the dream of the Memorial Foundation space program? Estrogen. Ever since I saw the electrotoxin enamel pin, I have desperately needed it. I want to put it on the little board I have above my computer with the Gardevoir. It looks so good. I hope they restock them. I mean, I hope the site goes back up. So a justification for return. Memorial Foundation, a declaration of intent. Author, Generation Emissary Halimede. Earth is not the sphere of our home planet. It is not the physical body, which is called Terra, the home of life. It is not measured in mass or by its gravity or its position in the universe. Earth is us. We measure Earth by culture. We are the Earth, humanity by the particles of its mass, and by our gravity its body is formed. By our diversity and multiplicity, Earth exists, the living miracle of humanity's shared power, insignificant unless we are joined. This international space program, with representatives all across Earth, represents our commitment to peace, that humanity will never seek again to destroy itself. That humanity has the right to eternal life, invincible bodies, and unrestricted movement in space as humanity expands beyond the sphere as expansions of human rights of life, culture, and freedom. Protect the growth and sanctity of all culture, ensure a future for humanity, and the defeat of our enemy. On this day, we inaugurate the International Memorial Foundation Space Program. Oh, Halimede. Hallie mentioned 2. Retrograde in retrograde. Chasing after the string of pearls, Lunaterra and Pluto find each other instead. It's been almost a year since they last saw each other, and Lunaterra has never seen Pluto like this. Are you ready to spin backwards? What's going on? You've been pestering me with orders, so what's the sudden holdup? To borrow a quote about a different mech pilot named LT, you wanted to make things simple. You took the estrogen. Yeah. I don't know if anyone in this chat besides me is reading Nexus Alpha, but oh my god. Those girls. Well, I guess... yeah, those girls. I like them a normal amount. Let me bring up the Tumblr post again. Yes, I'm a trans woman. Yes, I'm a mech pilot. No, we don't get all fucked up horny about it. Like in the memes. Yes, I happen to personally. A little disclaimer. If you haven't read Nexus Alpha, you should go to Scribble Hub and look at Nexus Alpha, because it's real good. Central set to launch immediately. We have to get to the Celestial Mechanics Lab regardless of whether or not the prototype is already gone. There's valuable information there, but it's worthless if Cradle's Graces gets there first. Have some patience, Lunaterra. The Cradle's Graces carrier just launched a completely unknown ship self. This can't be right. A person can't pilot a ship that big. The tidal resonance should tear the pilot apart. Wow, she really is just naked under that jacket, huh? This... impossible, I hope. I've never seen anything like it. And no, you can't fight it, Lunaterra, so don't even think. Any better ideas? It must be headed for where the prototype... right? Where else? Memorial Foundation standard wear. Because they have to know it already escaped. Don't underestimate your opponent, Lunaterra. Scavenging the lab might be useful anyway. We should have gone there for information, if nothing else. Even against an unknown and objectively stronger enemy. What makes you so sure, Lunaterra? No particular reason. For a singular particular reason. Still don't trust me. Don't insult your former instructor, Lunaterra. I know how much to trust you before you betrayed us to Cradle's Graces. My opinion hasn't changed because we welcomed you back into the fold. My best pilot and worst student. You've never been predictable except in your consistency for trouble, but it's a reliable metric. You're right. You know me. So if you're worried, you don't have to let me have free reign like this. Whenever they accidentally a word, my brain skips a beat. Since you were a kid, from the earliest academy days, you've never been able to look in my eyes and lie. You only got away with anything by keeping your mouth shut. Very unlike Pluto, the hope of Cradle's Graces. She could lie right to my face with a smile if she thought it was for the best. Pluto exceeded the wildest expectations of the pilot program, so much so it was decommissioned in part because of her. If Celestial Mechanics has successfully built a monster that can withstand her, this engagement will end in disaster. It's so interesting. Love Pluto for that. Love a girl who will lie her ass off to authority. She's the best. I love how scared everyone is of Pluto, and she's just like a sad girl. Yeah, she's big and powerful and everything, but like she's hopeful and kind of like lonely in a weird way, and it's cute and she's good. And I know she can be ruthless and all, but like, no. The only thing you need to be scared of her for is like, if you're... The reason they're scared of her is because it's a neoliberal organization and she's a communist. Like... And that is much more terrifying than this machine you're so eager to fight. That concerns me far more than you. The swap from that machine should tear the pilot apart too. Her mech needs to be a monster that can withstand her. Ugh! Ah! Love how fucked up the pilots and the mechs are. Pluto's just trying her best and never quite believed it was good enough. Some may say these girls are the worst, but I think they're great. That is much more terrifying than this machine you're so eager to fight. That concerns me far more than you betraying us or fighting a battle you can't possibly win. It's a very funny context to put her, oh, it's okay if you're still a good girl. It's really hard to break the habit to Saturn into. Yeah. You're right. I don't think any of you really understood what you were doing. Pluto is unreal. She's far more overwhelming than any of you understood. If that ship is unworthy of Pluto, it's going to be torn apart under the pressure of her, not the other way around. Pluto is the only real human being. No wonder she feels so alien when she looks at us. I don't know about that, LT. I think that's you projecting a bit. Would these girls really project their insecurities? I mean, yeah. I love that she's saying this, because it's so... She's so dead inside. It's so relatable. You want me to let you take an impossibly dangerous mission. Think you can save our enemy? Speaking of fucked up mech pilots, Coquette Dragoon is so fucking good. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm so glad you're enjoying Coquette Dragoon. I need to play it real bad. I don't know when I'm gonna get around to streaming it, because I'm like 4 games deep in my next up list. Because we've still got a whole another bunch of stuff for this game. And then I'm doing Signalis, which is gonna probably take me a bit. I know that, like... I don't know how hard it is to get all of the endings in Signalis, but I do know that it's, like... You have to try. So, we'll see. And then on the other side, I'm playing Pokemon, and that might take me through both DLCs. And then I need to play Hollow Knight at some point, and what other games do I have on Steam that I just need to play? There's Cavern of Dreams, which I got, which is probably just 2 streams. It might be a good interlude. I want to play that. I'm gonna play Hollow Knight. Hold on. You looking at my Steam library clock now. Rip to Limbus Company. Get fucked for that shit you pulled. I know you need me to play Hollow Knight so bad. I think Steam should let me make a tag for games that I've streamed already. I'm excited for you to go feral during the Hollow Knight stream. Good time. Okay, so I guess it's just those 3. There's probably stuff on itch I need to play that I haven't been thinking about. You want me to let you take an impossibly dangerous mission because you think you can save our enemy. What can I say to that? Maybe she can teach you the lesson I can't. So normal about those little bugs. They're good little bugs. I can always play Night in the Woods again. In fairness to LT, Pluto was made to be the most/best human, and that paradoxically makes her feel super alienated. The rest of humanity thinks she's a terrifying monster as a result, which is arguably just that tendency for people to see someone better, feel guilt, shame, resent the target for that instead of self-reflecting. Yeah. Well, it's also why she wants to bring everyone to her. She's the most alone, and she doesn't want to be anymore. Lunaterra isolates herself, but Pluto is just isolated. I love there's so much nuance in these characters. It's fucking good. Very pleased. Neptune. Love Neptune. Like waking up underwater to the wet burn of your lungs' desperation for air. At least Shadow doesn't think Pluto is the best. They're both the ultimate life form. They probably get along really well. Shadow loves girls from space. I can sort games with categories, but I don't have like a tag for like I've streamed this already, you know? Like floating untethered in space, unable to move under your own power. Losing the security of gravity is like being naked in space. Gravity is necessary for human life in space. Gravity is necessary for unrestricted movement in space. You can't have one without the other. The force that binds your existence together, the force to shape foreign bodies, your agency. Gravity is necessary not just to live in space, but to be human in space. But being human is a little harder for Pluto, so she has to work for it. The tidal forces of her spacefaring body, the crown macula, are as strong as she believes, as weak as she feels. Oh, okay, maybe I can make a folder for stuff I've streamed already, but like, I don't know. And Lunaterra needs to make sure all the calculations are in order. Everything in her ship operates manually. She's just been at it long enough that it feels like a second skin. The jolt of nostalgia interrupts Lunaterra's mental math. She forgets to carry the one. It interrupts Pluto's focus. She has a moment where she's not invincible. I love how Pluto is just so focused on the narrative that LT actually surprises her by doing something that's different. Close enough to touch the surface of the moon lab, Lunaterra is seen and known by Pluto, and then you're suddenly falling down the well of too late and nothing you... I knew it. Warning, gravitational interference. It's important to get a grip. Knowing that there's nothing you can do is something Pluto considers freeing, and Lunaterra considers exciting. Feeling doomed is your permission to do whatever. As soon as Mercursium is through the cloud cover, she fires solid light into the remains of the Celestial Mechanics Lab and chases it through the wound. Hey, just thinking about how I did We Know the Devil in one stream, and this is my 9th Heaven Will Be Mine stream. I think this game is good. Not that We Know the Devil isn't good, it's just much shorter and I can skip through text. The lab was recently damaged by the illegal launch of a hijacked ship, but that damage is barely noticeable compared to the massive hole left by a much, much larger ship crashing through. Lunaterra acts fast under pressure. If there's no point in hiding, there's no point in stopping. It's true. Lunaterra is living on the whim of Crown Macula, which she can probably do whatever to her at any time. It's so much more dense and more to consider too. Yeah. And I love it every second of it. Don't get me wrong. It's like so good. I wouldn't be playing this game through literally an entire second time if I didn't like it. So if she can't run away, she wants to make the first move. It's the sort of thing that makes a lot of sense if you think about it. No sense at all if you think a little more. But that's Lunaterra, isn't it? She's betting you'll think too much or not enough. Huh, weird. Who could get so into this game that they play and watch it over and over? We are all the same. Against Pluto, is that really such a good idea? She's someone who always thinks just enough. Which makes it easy for Lunaterra to slip through, deep into the lab, until it gets quiet except for the sounds of the quaking, trembling. After almost a year, the dread and the thrill is way too much to slow down and start talking. That's what the arrow flying into Pluto's gravity well is saying. Who will make the first move? When Lunaterra punctures the last armor layer and opens up the terminal cavern, light spills out and screaming sound, because the Krun macula is peeling the lab and most of the moon inside out with the forces of its tides. It's not something that's impossible or anything. It's just something that's only possible, which is still terrifying. More terrifying. You're still figuring out new observations and interpretations even after your own playthroughs and seeing I have absolutely lost count streams of it. Yeah, it's fun. That's because every time you watch it, everyone who plays it has a different take. Every time you go through it, you have more information. Every time you go through it, you think about things in a different way. You add to that and add to that, and it's just like such an interesting text because there's so much you can dig out of it. And more terrifying than that power is Pluto's finesse. More terrifying than the finesse is her gentleness. Spooling matter like threads in the tiny galaxy of which she is the sun. Her power is very kind, but also a little perverse. What meaning does mercy have from something that can core out a moon? Krun macula's developers compared it to a black hole. They wanted a machine so powerful and absolute, even light couldn't escape it. Notice some hints that these girls might be gay. Where? Where? Lunaterra understands now that was wrong. She's a star, gushing and twinkling with matter and light. Who wouldn't be swept up like that? Yeah, it's such a good line. But that's the thing, because she gives people mercy. That's Pluto's whole deal is mercy. If someone's in her way, Galaxy of which she is the sun, already so deep embodying the ideals of secular astrology. The Merecrisium is so small. Pluto has never seen it from a perspective like Krun macula's before. She never imagined it would look so fragile from like a toy version of the fierce fighter she remembered. Pluto's sense of scale is true. Lunaterra feels just like a plastic toy too. Come on, say something. It's making me sad. Oh, Pluto voice is not there yet. It really does fit you. So much more than I ever thought. Is it hard to look away? Being able to render you speechless is the power I've always dreamed of. Pluto, you're a top! What are you talking about? All three of them are tops. Very funny. Lunaterra is the kind where you're so traumatized that you have to... all you want to do is make the other person feel good, so you're a service top by default. What do you think? I know just a look won't change your mind, but I want you to tell me. Tell you what? That I regret betraying you? I told you then that I always would. No, no. I won't let you do that, Luna. Pluto is an answer to what if Neptune wasn't possibly super mean and definitely hate you, but way scarier for it. My body automatically started going for the verse for verse anarchy quote. It's so true. Did you think I'd be mad? I mean, of course I'm mad at you, but not for anything you did to me. I wouldn't ever be mad at you for not having enough faith in me. See through Cradle's Grace's dream of a new home for humans in space. Oh my god, my nose is so clogged. It's making the Pluto voice really hard. Ugh. And leaving all the work to me. Oops. I guess that's why I'm a little upset with you. Not mad, you know. I also fucking love Pluto for it. I mean, it's fine if you think I'm a failure, but your new politics suck and you should at least have faith in yourself. She's so right for it, too. Just disappointed. I can't believe I'm still the one scolding you like a kid. I'm trying to be the grown-up here. I did the responsible. I took the realistic option. I'm here to play the part of the boring adult, the grown-up villain. Oh, that's right. I remembered why I actually am mad at you. You better not go down quietly. You better really believe what you just said. I'll forgive you if you left us for something stupid, but I'll never forgive you if you left us for something you don't even believe in. And you'd better not believe in it, because I also won't forgive you for fighting for a future that cruel. Doesn't give me a lot of options. I don't think I can fight against that. Don't you dare forgive that either. Were you hoping, maybe, that it wouldn't be like this? That I wouldn't have to fight? Change. Ways you don't understand. I've seen you fight so many times. I saw when you got that scar and your poor ship got her wound. Has anyone else seen that side of you as much as me? I don't know. Not even Europa. But it's different when you're on the other side. You think I don't really know you because I've never stared down the barrel of your rifle or felt that knife nick my ship? A different kind of knowing. Teach me then. Or I'll teach you. Luna, Terra, get schooled! As soon as Pluto blinks, that's the moment Mayor Chris attacks. A little out of fear, mostly out of awe. It's a confused move, the first move. Just so unlike her, nearly immaculate by surprise. All matter parts along the vectors of inertia that Pluto set, but these bullets stubbornly curve, bury into her flank and sting with the sharp and subtle gravity of... Oh, that kind of stings, Luna. Stop doing things like that. Lunatera is crushed instantly, and she's dead. No, Lunatera dodged at the last second. Still cutting out a bit? I don't know how I can... I could restart my computer. That might work. I don't know. Maybe I'll restart my computer. Welcome back! Oh god, I should check if I'm too loud or not. Okay, it seems I don't know if it's gonna work. We'll find out. Last time this happened, it happened for one stream. I never figured out what the fuck was going on with it, and then it stopped. So, you know, it might just be a weird stream. You know, the words are on the screen if you missed something, so you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that's unfortunate, though. I don't... Quality is still not the best? What? That's so weird. Oh, I wish I knew what happened to my microphone. Like, actually. I'm wondering if the cat fucked with it, and I just have no idea. Anyway. crunchy when I'm loud. Ugh. I think it's because I overcompensated on the game, and I don't know how to really change it. Yeah. No, I get what you. I don't know what I did, and I'd have to play around with it a lot to actually. It's so difficult. Fucking around with microphone settings is so difficult sometimes. Yeah, it could have been the cat. I have no idea. Okay, I'm setting everything to neutral. If that does anything. Good, bad, neutral. We'll see. That video game. Alright, let's get back to it. No, Lunaterra dodged at the last second. Loud compare is. I don't. Okay, so here's the thing. Actually, let's just turn it up all the way. Usually how this goes is my microphone says that I'm at a certain level of volume. I have been way under that this entire time, and I don't know why. Like, it just changed randomly, and I have no idea what happened. I don't know if it's the settings or what. Like, it doesn't seem to, like... I should take off... I have other times I can fuck around with it, but, like, I'm sorry. Is the game too quiet compared to my voice now? Or is it better? Or is now my voice too loud? I hate when audio issues happen. They're just so annoying. But I want to troubleshoot, try and fix them if I can. So, you know, whatever helps is good, and I'll just... no music. Okay. How about now? Is it too quiet? How is the volume of the game compared to the volume of my voice? I would really love to figure that out before I keep going. Because it seems like if I did once I restarted my computer, it fucked up my settings again. And I don't know why or how that happened. Sure did, and I'm upset about it. You know. Alright, let's get back to Lunaterra making mistakes. No, Lunaterra dodged at the last second. No, the Mercursium is torn apart from every joint. No, Lunaterra is safe at home. She never left. No, Lunaterra hasn't moved, and it's only because she can't bring herself to. Lunaterra is feeling ghosts of the space-times that Pluto has cut off. Escape routes she rushed for but don't exist. Lunaterra is trying to think of something to say. She really is. But it's impossible because Krun Macula is the size of the... Her seeping nebula glows with the promise to swallow up the space station and Lunaterra and the whole solar system. That's not the way, Luna T. You have to come for me like you really mean it, or that's what's gonna happen. The Mercurium's engines spin to no. Lunaterra's mind is racing, but there's no thought she can hold on to. Except how disappointed and sad Pluto is. If you give me just one moment, you'll pass my event horizon and you'll never escape. Always getting closer, but never getting there. Falling forever. If you don't figure out how to unstick yourself, I might leave you there. Remember, for next time, okay? Don't keep breaking my heart. The Mercurium plummets and the Krun Macula rises up, exiting the moon like a shooting star, carrying the lab up into space with her. Oh, that was a short one. Excited to be out in the field again doing important work. We're a long way out for important out. Can't help to know. You think Command wants you as far away from them as they can get you. Makes you think that. That you said it. That my ex. I want that and is my ex, and that I did once double cross him. What if I... Okay, that seems a little bit better, actually. In that case, you should be happy you're not in the field at all, and not in the brig or the process of back to Earth. So things don't need to be lied to. Important. Oh, I would never lie about a thing like that. In fact, the most lovely sixth planet of our solar system, Cronus, has become extremely busy in the past 24 hours. A major leak out of celestial mechanics has revealed they're finishing a prototype here, and Kratos Graces knows about it too. Apparently, the Hellion responsible for the leak has stolen it too. You're just the woman for the job. Reining in incorrigible pilots is your specialty. Let's see if that power can be used for good, for once. Europa, please. I'll have to fight the enemy. Don't shoot me down before the mission starts. I too mean I would prefer direct combat any day. Well, let me tell you something nice then. The Kratos Grace's super weapon, your favorite, has been spotted in the system. Don't play dumb. You make the same face whenever Krun Macula is spotted. Biggest mystery of their side, and one of the only reasons Kratos Graces hasn't collapsed by now. Krun Macula's power is far stronger in reality than anything possibly projected from the original schematics. Its capabilities seem endless and possible to predict or counter. And no one knows who the pilot is. The list of people who could pilot something like that is very short, however. Maybe it's someone you know. Worried I might double-cross you. Kratos Grace isn't more for a reason. Oh, I just never trust you when girls are involved. Natera loves girls. Still too quiet. Do-do-do. How crunchy is it if I'm here? That's super high gain. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just really trying to figure things out. If I talk like this, how quiet is it? Lunaterra is really good at not knowing how to do anything. That seems okay, but I don't... I'm gonna check what that sounds like. It's not super quiet. Coming in pretty well? Oh, okay, cool. Hold on, let me check. Gonna do a sound check. Sound check. Do, 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 do. A little crunchy, but no cutting out. Okay. I'm Lunera. No, it's still cutting out. Okay, gross. Why does it hate me like this? Why is it crunchy? Oh my god, that sucks. What lever do I have to pull to make it not crunch? Crunch it. Volume, please. Well, that's too quiet. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, that's still very, very crunchy. Why is it so crunchy? Okay. I've never betrayed anyone before in my life. Man, why does it do that to me? Uh, so rude. It's really funny hearing when I say back like 2 seconds after, actually. Okay, what happens if I take off my compressor? No, I want the compressor. I want... Okay, so if I take off my limiter, what does that do? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. I don't like that. No, 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 no. That wasn't the thing that was... Is the problem... Is the problem the compressor here? I can't... I mean, kind of, but not really, but... Okay, we're just gonna have to deal with it. I don't fucking know. What if I turn the filter the other way? Okay, that sounds a lot less crunchy at least. Sort of. Not really, kind of. I don't know. Why is this so difficult? I mean, that sounds okay to me, but, you know. Alright, goodbye, Lily. Thank you for your help. Subject, first generation pilot candidate interviews. Origin, leaked data packets. Author, space program intake archives. Why do you want to go to space? I want a new start. In what sense? To get rid of this weight. We are required to make it clear that the purpose of the program is not to leave Earth, but to expand it. The weight will follow you. but will it weigh differently? Please explain what you mean about what you said previously. About what? What do you mean when you say you don't want to be me? I don't know how else to say it. Isn't it obvious? Who would want to be this? I don't see what's I don't understand what you see that is wrong with you. I do. Aha! Are you saying that you, as you are, the person who you are, doesn't want to be you? Yes. Then you aren't that person. But that person weighs on me. So you would like to have the weight of being this other person that you are not. You would like that removed? Yes. Please. That may be possible. Subject, pilot program progress. Training director, Europa. The Cold War is looking bleak. The threat from space is more flimsy, translucent, and inscrutable when it once was so strong that all of humanity feared it. Existential threats on Earth are more pernicious than ever, and the Scouts are not keeping up. It has become difficult to argue against the possibility that the Scouting program has done more harm than good, and that goes just as much, if not more, for the pilot program. Historically, death has always invited the enemy here in greatest strength. Humans can't resist killing each other long enough to protect themselves from the existential threat. It's easy to make this argument, but we've had little success from it. No matter how celebrated the slogan is, no matter how many governments and leaders profess to live by it, the simple fact remains. The existential threat can never be as powerful as we are. Humans will always pose a greater threat to other humans than the existential threats will. It will always be easier for humanity to eliminate the threat by killing their own than by fighting the threat directly. While we have offered children and the unwanted to fight against the existential threat with existential intent, humanity has turned its gaze inward rather than to the heavens. Not even strong enough to pierce the atmosphere without burning, the existential threat can no longer be labeled as such. For these reasons, we accept the decision to decommission the Memorial Foundation space program. Saturn time. Joyride Killjoy. Weaving in and out of the sixth planet's rings, Memorial Foundation's ace, Lunaterra, plays cat and mouse with the renegade ship thief Saturn. Saturn time. Objective in sight. Opening channel to base. Captain, I'm bored. Captain, this sucks. Well, you heard them, Europa. Tell those idiots to be careful what they wish for, because the mission parameters have changed. As you know, Celestial Mechanics has been operating a clandestine shipped self-development lab with an experimental prototype, in violation of the terms of the Memorial Foundation Space Program Decommission Treaty. And we are on a top-secret surprise attack to take out the last operational shipyard and make sure we never have to find out what Celestial Mechanics has been planning to do with it. It couldn't be more obvious what happened, but go ahead and brief me anyway. No points for guessing. The prototype already launched, rendering most of the base inoperable. We lost contact almost immediately. Find it before it leaves Cronus' gravitational field. Oh. Oh, great. What a pain! Weren't you just bored? There's no way to find it. It's as good as gone. There is a chance that the ship self is still nearby, so get to work. Yeah, this is... Bravo, evade now. Now. I've got nothing, Cap. Bubblegum pink electricity sparks off the ice and the dust of the inner ring like a lightning bolt and through his ship self. He doesn't get even the slightest chance. Sorry, I forgot to turn the music back on. There we go. Yeah. Mayday. Don't listen. Have any right to complain, right, Europa? What a callous attitude you have. Who did you learn that from? The best. Preparing to engage. I wish Europa would stop sending me boys who can't control themselves. Having fun dismantling my escorts. With the string of pearls fingers, Saturn carefully peels the mechanical musculature out of the poor ship's arm she's holding. A souvenir of the last of Lunaterra's escorts that she sent crying too easily back to their... It's still sparkle! And oozing, and Saturn wishes her ship had a mouth so she could suck it out like crab meat. Maybe it does have a mouth. The machine has many mysteries the manual doesn't explain, and Saturn is still learning them. Though I suppose Europa's learned her lesson about sending me girls who can't control themselves. I mean, look, she's tall. Crab meat, crab meat, crab meat. Maybe my gain is too high. if crab is too loud, spiking it. Oh, really? Hey, that's really interesting. Mind telling me more? Oh, she's a talker too. How amusing. There's nothing too interesting. Aw, you flatter me. But hey, what did that mean exactly? The part about the girls who can't control themselves? I really want to know more. Back up that talk first. Or can you land a hit off the... Lunaterra's gravitational field focuses at a single point. Lunaterra isn't budging. She's been through much worse, and so is her ship, followed always by a thin trail from... never could. The Mericrisium is over decades old, but Saturn can't even land a hit. Regal and stiff, dressed in cold metallics, weathered and refurbished. The archetypical prototype for all other ship selves. Still going on after all these years. Still furiously untouchable. The string of pearls hasn't gone down no matter how much she's been rammed with that spear, but she hasn't even nicked Lunaterra's ship once. Rammed with that spear, huh? Okay. Not bad at all for a joyride, but you can't get one hit in. Good thing you don't win by looking cool. No mercy for the newbies. No. Lunaterra puts a stake of solid light through the string of pearl's legs, pins it to its own gauze wrapper. It doesn't hurt at all. The ship's metals begin molding and reforming around the wound immediately. A ridiculous, unfair advantage. Saturn has no right to complain, but she still wants to. Rat of the year. But she is trying to be cool. Everyone wants to, and in the quiet gleam of that always bleeding ship. That's a pretty amazing ship. Think it'll last? Either you're fighting just for fun or because you're that reckless. Or you're caught in your own containment wrapper and can't escape orbit yet. And you'd beat me for sure if I played her. I'm not done yet. That's not true. It's actually very difficult to put a solid light bullet in your leg, but she's not going to let that stop her. Saturn is suddenly closer than she logically could be. Claws bubbling, the Lunaterra effortlessly slips away and kicks Saturn. Said Saturn again. Saturn's ship directly in the chest. Yeah, you're done. The containment wrapper is still stuck to you, so your movement's off. Doesn't seem to have stopped you though. Right, it was so rude of them to try and stop me. Able to take so much fun with it. Same to you, right? Everyone knows Memorial Foundation's perfect ace. I know you. So I do, don't I? Let me out of this thing and I'll tell you. Why should I? Because you can't help yourself. Besides, don't you want a real fight? I can promise it'll be more fun. You are asking me to totally abandon my... bring you back and do that instead? What, you won't? The legendary pilot who defected from Memorial Foundation and double-crossed the rebels she abandoned them for can't be opposed to a little fooling around with the enemy. You know me. Want to trust each other? Or is it more fun if we don't? It's more fun if they don't. Lunaterra gets owned. I'm impressed. Most people would be nervous to have a knife this near their throat. It's not like you can hurt it, so there's nothing to be nervous about, is there? It's true. But you're new to this. I thought your brain would be overriding the information from the chip. Maybe I'm not new to this. You were a candidate, so I think that might be true. But you're also trembling, though I think it's not completely true. I'm still very dangerous, you know, Lunaterra. Believe that for sure. You wouldn't be trembling if you were in my shoes. Less so. People tremble for a lot of reasons. I don't have anything here, so please don't project that on me. Oh, well, if you're fearless, what is it then? It could be anticipation, couldn't it? This is very foolish of me. It really is. I have you right where I want you, remember? That might mean I have you too. Your claws are twitching. I thought we promised not to trust each other. I still don't. Then you must really like living dangerously if you're still helping me. I'm having fun. I can tell. If you want to know so bad, that's why I didn't like you. Because you were a test pilot, never got to fly before the end of the Cold War, like idiots like me got to. No, I thought so. That's enough, hold still. Everyone let you have as much fun as you wanted. You're a real huge jerk. I was always jealous of that. Everyone who let me get away with it regrets it now. There, done. Thanks! For all your hard work, I should leave you something to remember me by. Oh, ready to fight for real? I sorta already did. And Saturn has left a claw scratch of hot pink poison seeping on Mercurisium's thigh. How's that? I finally did get a hit on you. Good job. They break away, rocketing. Just a little love bite. Pay me back for it next time. Trust me, I will. So, Brat, I can't get the voices today, and I'm sorry about that. Receiving report. Alert, report not accepted. 2 errors detected. Error 1, a failure to explain why Celestial Mechanics' ship self string of pearls was not successfully apprehended. Error 2, a failure to explain why Kratos Grace's ship self Krun Macula was not successfully incapacitated. Please correct errors before proceeding. Resubmit. Warning, no corrections submitted. Force resubmit. Generating new assignments. Penalty assignment. Sniper duty, Planet Ares, currently held by Kratos Graces. Purpose, preventing Celestial Mechanics refueling and egress. Penalty assignment. Sniper duty, Kratos Graces held Planet Ares. Purpose, top secret. Take out Kratos Grace's prototype Krun Macula on research assignment in Kratos Grace's territory. Penalty assignments cannot be refused. Indicate you have understood new orders. Yes. Ready for gravitational catapult. Prepare launch to inner solar system. Enjoying your missions. More thrilling work than fighting the half-hearted troops left on Ares. Much, much more. I forgot what it was like to work this hard. Work hard. Well, she is working hard, alright. I mean, I'm rusty. Are you unhappy with your progress? Are you unhappy? I don't know. It's always been very hard to tell with you. Well, I'm not sure if I can answer that question better than you. I've known you since you were freshly assigned to the first pilot wave. You were so delicate. And you've only become more delicate, even as you've become stronger. You'd describe me back then as delicate. I saw it very clearly, though the other executives thought you were a scrappy pain in the butt. You were just scared. There's no point. There's no point in pretending otherwise. You just see through it. I guess I haven't changed as much as I thought. Long ago, I saw a strong and delicate girl. I've worked hard to make you more and more of that, rather than simply cultivating your strengths. Understanding your weaknesses is needed to grow. Let me ask you again, and this time focus. Count backwards from 20. Remember a moment of comfort. I'll wait. Are you happy or unhappy? Don't know. Because I feel like I'm on the cusp of something. It's frightening, yet it could be something amazing. It's a real feeling. Good girl. Are you blushing? Anyone would. I feel even more embarrassed than I did back then. Are you happy or unhappy? Whereas I'm clinically depressed. Yeah. They made Lunaterra so transgender. Luna T localized T-gel. That's an even better feeling to have. Hold on to that one. Imagine being transgender. I'm trying, but I'm a little sleepy. What's that? I don't know. Halimede 1. 3! Why me? Well, because you're special. Special kind of child. All children are special. That's true, they are. I'm not more special than those children. We think you might be. Special how? You're the top of your class already at such a young age. We can't think that you might be able to do things other children can't. My sister is better than me at all of those things. And my Aunt Europa when she was my age. We think you might be special in a different sort of way. Can you look at the box in front of you? Okay. Pass your hand over the box. Okay. Nothing happened. We're using an instrument to measure something that is very, very small, but moving it even so little that you cannot see it would be very important. How do I do that? You should not think about it. Just do it. Can't. You know you can. Can't. Your aunt and your sister could easily do as much, so you can do as much too. Oh, it moved. Did you get that? Yes, I saw it move. Literally saw it. Contact the director immediately. I want to know what happened when they did that test on Pluto. Like, did she break it? Or did she get weaponized inferiority complexes or the future? And buddy, I'm getting out and ahead of the horses. I lost the metaphor. Sorry, I'm still laughing at fraught relationship. They gave Hallie a chaser test. Tested. I took a test to see if I was a chaser and it came back positive. Europa and Triton, normal about trans women. So true. Halimede, least normal about trans women in the history of ever. She made a very good tweet today. It was the Europa is not normal about trans women. Or should she be? Not a bug, but I could be like a bug, I suppose, in a little cage. A girl bug, perhaps. So funny. As a girl bug, I support Halimede and also being a girl bug. Unified Culture Theory. Author, Memorial Foundation Introductory Literature. Unified culture theory is the brute forcing of defined solutions for the universe through the forcible elimination of all other possibilities. The theory is attractive to those who desire a beautiful, simple, endlessly complex solution for the universe. In order to develop this theory, there needs to be a solution for the Nix aversion paradox, which demands that anything not human exists in the universe. I'm not a girl, but I am a bug girl. I am a girl and I am a bug girl. This is dialectics. And which demands that anything not human exists in the Everse. The most compelling current premise for a unified culture theory under contemporary physical models involves a full integration of all available concepts, directed and established in such ways as to maximize benefit for humanity. This theory of everything speaks to the desire to know, understand, and master the universe, while also incorporating a premise of universal love, happiness for everybody, free and let no one be left behind. Unlike tyrants of old that crushed alternate futures under their heels and only caused the existential enemy to blossom, such a unified theory would welcome and forgive all humanity and direct to benefit all things that are and that might yet be. Oh my gosh, why am I so tired? Rift in the Earth. After her maiden voyage, Cradle's Graces is testing the finishing touches on the terrifying Krun Macula prototype. It's a chance for Lunaterra to defeat their trump card, but will she close the rift between them instead, or only widen it deep? I've also been rotating meditate upon the nature of girls until you can understand this in my mind constantly for the last 2 days. She's so profound. The nature of girls. I think they're kissing each other. In nature. Sounds gay. Lunaterra, cancel the launch. There are new orders. Really? I thought they were very insistent about this mission. And it's a good idea, so I thought I'd do it. The new orders are Cradle's Grace's super weapon has contacted the base already. Send anyone except for Lunaterra there immediately. Ah, I see. Well, prep the Mercurisium for launch. Lunaterra, even I have to say something if you disobey an order right in front of my face. But you don't disagree, or you just stop me instead of saying something. A certain degree of questioning orders from the top is allowed. Oh, you're the top. I see how it is. Oh my god, where is my energy? Okay, hold on. I gotta... I'm doing a mandatory, not tea beverage break. Oh, not the best timing. Oops. I'll make tea. I don't know. We'll see. Sorry. I am gonna drink soda out of a teacup because I'm classy. I guess it's a mug, but whatever. A certain degree of questioning orders from the top is allowed. Oh no, that I didn't open that. It's one of the old ones. Shiny Remoraid! Is that the second or third? I know you got a Bibarel. Given who's in charge, obviously. Halimede is just a foolish princess. 4! If Cradle's Graces is using that new weapon, that's all the more reason not to send randos who wouldn't stand a chance against it. You fundamentally misunderstand Memorial Foundation, Lunatera. Halimede leads the recovery effort because no one else is fit. Only that naive, conceited, foolish girl has the love required to bring humanity back to Earth. He's so down to earth, everyone. Let's put the Chaser in charge of the government. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Yeah, I love that she says randos. She's a gamer. Naive, one-sided, and unself-aware love. Nevertheless, that is exactly the love that is required. It's for us to interpret that fundamental impulse in a way that will ensure strategic advantage. So I will ask you, does love motivate your actions? Or are you just that eager to find someone to shatter you into orbit? Your connection with that pilot, and don't think I don't know about it, or who she is. Which is it? Guilt or love? Will you let me go if I say I need to see her to know? I would advise against it. Her love might be stronger than ours. That's possible. It's true! She has so much love! All the more reason you shouldn't get near it. Europa really shouldn't be calling out 24-year-old me like this. Oh, I'm giving 24-year-old Lorelei a big hug. Even though 24-year-old Lorelei didn't know that Z was a Lorelei. Hold on. Got very chilly all of a sudden. Blanket. Well, let me take that risk. Fight until we forgive each other. The balance shifts because Lunatera hesitated and Pluto did too. Pluto passed over the Ares canyons once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. Lunatera had a chance to make the first move, but Pluto couldn't keep pretending she didn't notice her lying in wait. It wasn't that Lunatera was ready to take the shot. It's that she still hadn't decided to take it or not. Pluto has been waiting for her to grow up for a long time. She's tired of being the one waiting. There is no time for elegant duels or anticlimactic sniping. When Macula crashes into the canyon, it's the worst kind of fight. Macula's fingers will no longer open or close, but she swipes with the useless limb anyway. The ring finger of Pluto's ship self twists off, breaking with the force of backhanding Mercursium into the canyon wall, which scrambles to its feet and then falls down immediately. Lunaterra's balance gyros must be broken. That's not so bad. At least she still has 2 legs, unlike the Crunmacula. Luna T, you really are the most stubborn woman I know. I'm proud of you, but that you're only this tenacious when finally being serious is a little vexing, you know? I mean, I've kept it going this long. It has to count for something, right? I don't want to wreck you. I just really need you to win or lose. Could you do that, please? Blue Pal! Both of those should be hard. Both of those are hard to do. Then you've got 5 minutes to grow up. Pluto's reach is longer than expected. Little tricks of gravity. It might not be enough. The Mercursium was made to not be caught. More precisely, Lunaterra made the Mercursium something that couldn't be caught. No, don't you dare! Her fingers refuse to close, and Mercursium slips away. Huh. Sorry, I'm such a cockroach. Don't be. Slipping away is so like you. I don't know what else I expect. Luna T, I really, really can't let you get away. Not without an answer. Not going to do that. What are you trying to do then? We promised we'd fight until one of us won. And then we'd go along with whatever the other decided. So why are you trying to take that from me? Lunaterra holds Crunmacula's severed left tidal reactor. Pluto can go without it, but not for long. It's what makes the Crunmacula so impossible. And without it, she can't be impossible for very long. That core is everything I have. The rest of me isn't going to last long without it, so it might as well be everything. If I don't have that, I can't follow you, win or lose. I really don't think it's good for you. The Crunmacula makes a leap and crashes into the ground, just short of the Mercursium. It's just close enough that Lunaterra nearly forgets to take the opportunity to get a shot in Crunmacula's chest before she can recover to block it. You're going to lecture me about doing what's healthy? You've got a lot of nerve. It's not cute! Blue Pout. If we had to fight each other like this, I really wish it didn't have to be with you and that thing. You don't like it, huh? You've always been like this. You're trying to tell me what's good for me? Imagine the power of a combined Blue Pout, LT headlights, and Satya. Ooh. This is the Memorial Foundation ending, truly. I guess that's more Pluto being smug. But the sheer lesbian. Yeah. Hey, did you know I love Saturn? I'm gonna... Here. Come here. Come sit. Here, I'll make it so you can walk up here. Come here. On my lap. Anders. Come on. There you go. There you go. Keep going. It's okay. Yeah, there you are. And there she goes. Gonna be on stream? You gonna say hi to chat? You gonna walk over my computer and make the stream end? Is that what you're gonna do? Oh, don't drink that. It's not for cats. Come here. Oh, there she goes. Fluff cam. Come here, Cinders. Come hang out on my lap. There she is. There she is. Hi, baby. Go. There she goes. The woke down. Okay. Pluto literally in pieces. This is really me. You don't want to admit this is really me? Luna T, I would listen to you if you ever listened to me once ever. I told you, I haven't gotten any better in the time we've been apart. The half-cam wave of fluff was very good, yeah. She's still here, she's still hanging out. I gotta get her to be comfy on my lap. She likes sitting on this blanket, so that's helpful, but she has to be comfy sitting down on me. Kitty Ocean. So good. I don't want you to not be strong or beautiful or amazing. I just don't want you to be holding this weight of Cradle's graces, everyone's hopes and dreams all by yourself. So please just rest for now. Don't tell me that. I hate this, hate this, hate this. You never listen and you know I'll always let you win in the end. But not this time. I don't know what you mean. I've been really patient. So if you keep playing dumb, you're gonna make me mad. I said I don't know what you mean. I don't want anything else. I'm a cockroach. I don't need anything myself. Liar! Are you trying to make me mad? Satisfied with it. I don't have any other answer. If I had one, I'd give it, so drop it. I'm not satisfied. No! You grow up and you be the adult for once! Get back here! Macula's feet are still broken, but Pluto moves her with gravity alone. Mericrisium's engines flare Navi is broken. Everything is broken, but it will move. No, 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 not this time! Macula's twin tidal reactors are falling apart, with one of them nearly torn out, yet she still moves. The pressure of the unrestricted gravity peels the paint off of Mericrisium. Her steels and plastics are chattering. Her remaining useless arm snaps. Her engine wings creak. That pressure is not enough to bring her down, but it's enough for her to falter, and Macula grabs her foot and slams her to the ground. Mericrisium creaks and strains, trying to flee, so Pluto pulls the rest of herself on top of her. Pluto, I'm serious. You're not the only one. I have things I'm willing to be hard and cruel for now, too. Mericrisium fires a sidearm. It doesn't dent Pluto. Pluto opens her hand. The fingers don't work, but the plasma still does, which flays Lunaterra's chassis, but gently. I'm really serious this time. I can't stop for a second, so I really need it back. It's already been too long, so give me back that part of me. Mericrisium opens her left hand. Pluto's missing reactor is still beating, wildly. Sorry to be like this, but this ship self and what it can do are more important to me than anything else about me. Nothing is more important than... A gentle click. Lunaterra's sidearm pointed at the stolen reactor fires. The solid light slug misses, just barely. There's a second shot, but it's buried into Pluto's blocking hand. And there's a third shot, but Pluto's ripped off the arm of Mericrisium, So it's just the last reflex of a limb separated from its owner. But that's all that the broken arm of the Krun Macula can take. Its fingers make a last twitch before her arm finally snaps under its own weight, and the Krun Macula falls to what's left of it. How long are you going to make me put up with this? What do you mean? You don't want to fight with me. Not a fight for real. Your heart isn't in it, so let's not. No. No, no, no. That's the only thing I want. Why are you like this? Acting like you know what I want better than I do. So what if you're right? Of course I don't want to fight you. Damn it, I hate you. After all that, I'm the one who's crying at the end again. The last time it was like this, I was the one crying too. Now I'm powerful like you. I have something I'm fighting for like you. That's not you or anyone but me. So let me fight for that. Stop protecting me. Stop making me fight for you. It's so easy to fight for you. If I'm not careful, it's all I'll ever want to do. Sorry. Don't want a sorry. You must think it's so easy to not care about you, but it's not. Easy for you to not care about you, but it's the hardest thing for me. Ugh. I'm still the one who ended up crying. Again. You wouldn't listen back then either. Mercurisium rises, gently brushes away the burnt portions of Krun Macula's armor. The joints are already starting to heal as gravity pulls them back. Almost just as good as new, but a little changed. I know you. Don't distract yourself, dummy. Reattaching arms is hard, so do mine right at least. It's okay, Pluto's calling all of us out. You know she's calling me out too. She's also calling herself out, as we all know. It was the same last time too. I said you deserve better. I said, but you are better. Just ignored it because I'm stupid. Not because I'm cool. Thank God. Everything is worth it. If you finally don't think you're cool anymore. So, I have to ask, how do you really feel about me coming back to Memorial? You were a loyal and efficient ace pilot for Memorial Foundation for the entire Cold War, against our alien and ultimately relevant existential threat from beyond the system. Then you were perfectly loyal to the pilots, let drift by the decommissioning of the pilot program and colonization project. Now you're perfectly loyal to Memorial Foundation again. You haven't betrayed our side at all. That's a generous reading. You've betrayed plenty of love-struck pilots, but your political loyalty is impeccable. Called the Ghost, for another reason. So, even if Halimede, 5, doesn't trust or forgive you, I welcome your return. That's not going to be a problem. She doesn't. Oh, she welcomes your return the most, but keep on your toes. That one, I don't have any questions about. Your friend's close and your ex is closer. Except if you're not still suspicious of me betraying Memorial Foundation. How about her? Oh, I'll be mad at both of you about for a very long time. Please don't worry about it, however, as you both made each other suffer enough to make up for your youthful indiscretions. Honestly, the two of you hooking up to somehow get at me was the most hilarious part, as you ended up punishing each other more than I ever could have. Can we talk politics again? I think I get the picture already. Hey, remember when you were dating my niece as a way to get back at me? That was so cute. Let's shut up about that for now. That's not to say that the two of you don't still have a lot of lessons left to learn from experience. Once I'm sure you've learned them, your punishment will be over. I'm suddenly very interested in hearing about factions again. Oh, on that note, I'm not as worried. Just remain true to what you believe in, Lunatera. Subject, Re. Origin, declassified records. Author, Operations Commander Europa. My kids are idiots, and also they're not my kids, and they're also not kids anymore. Please stop calling them your kids when they're not. They're my students. They're not my children. I am not being pedantic. I am not doing it to avoid being attached. I'm already more attached than is best. Don't encourage it. They're grown-ups and also fools. Mars is the most genius pilot, but she's just as much a fool as anyone else. She does nothing but cry and complain and win effortlessly like a real hero. If she was a boy, they would call her that, and you wouldn't be asking me who the best pilot is. You'd just know. Only in space would that girl be allowed to be a hero. She deserves her moment in the sun. She might win the war for us single-handedly. Anything else that isn't her story will just be a blip of fate off in the sky. Rest easy, she's going to win the day. When the others interfere, they're not going to steer the course of the future any more than a little bit to the left or right of the course that Mars is sailing. I am not going to interfere. Valuing their independence is important. They'll be adults soon, and then they won't be anyone's kids. Insist on the comparison, and it will become clear for how far we are from fulfilling that role for them. For my part, I don't wish to forget that there are limits to what we can do, than those who we can be. So yes, as a matter of fact, I am tired of them calling me Dad. Europa, knowing their comms are probably monitored. You girls should trust in each other. Fuck the factional politics. Mars and Halimede are mirror images. Hallie does nothing but cry and complain and lose effortlessly. There's a reason they're so good together. True. God, I love Mars. I love Mars so much. Secular Astrology Part 1. Origin. Archive message. Author. Pilot Mars. I don't know why you suddenly asked about it. Not the person who knows anything about it, but sure, I guess. I learned all of this from Pluto, so you could have just asked her? Too nervous, huh? I see right through you. Well, because I feel sorry for you, I'll tell you all about it. Venus, Lunatera, and Mars are the interpersonal distances. If Venus is the breath of the body and Mars is the blood, Lunatera is flesh and represents skin-to-skin distance. That's why it represents family. Earth and the moon are different, but they're parts of the same thing. A 2-in-1. Certainly, the moon also represents something different, but it's also a part of us. When you think of it as a dark side, you forget that it's composed of your own same flesh. It's not your mirror, it's your back. Mars is the beneath the skin distance. That's blood, but it's also, well, the ways that humans communicate not skin to skin, but beneath skin to beneath skin. Get it? Don't make me spell it out. That's the reason for fucking and fighting to feel really similar sometimes. Wow, she just said it, huh? Pluto said the other day, it's like you two only know that one language, and that's the only talking you ever do in it. The solar system maps out a human body, and by colonizing the planets, a greater human body will exist, with the sun as the inseparable totality of it all. That's the philosophical justification, but it's kind of romantic, right? Maybe it's kind of... Pluto, like, you two only know fighting and fucking. Please learn to talk about your fucking feelings someday. Yeah. Pluto's so good at talking about feelings that aren't hers. Could y'all do something besides fucking fight? At least let me join? Come on. Pluto deserves to fuck. Let Pluto fuck. Let her do it. She's a princess. She deserves it. 400. Is it supposed to be... It's so hard. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be millimeters or megameters. Megameters is funny, but I guess it's millimeters because a bullet thing. 400-millimeter kiss. Memorial Foundation deploys a certain sniper to stop escape and resupply routes to the rest. Yeah, it's millimeters. It's just all caps for... It's gotta be what it is. I am just conditioned to, know the difference between all of the units. Electrical engineering is all in metric, as it should be. 400 Mega Man kiss. I want 400 Mega Mans to kiss. Actually, I want my two favorite Mega Mans to kiss. I want Harp Note to kiss her lovely trans girlfriend. Oops. Or it's a Kiss cover band made up of 400 Mega Mans. Brainy's... Oh, let me get the tweet ready. Okay. I have the tweet ready. Memorial Foundation deploys a certain sniper. I read that already. Let's go! Guard duty in Olympus City. Command is worried the Celestial Mechanics unit might try to escape while the fleet is launching, using the cityscape as cover. They've just given up on catching them on Ares if their only hope is them being that stupid. It's a ruined husk, and even Cradle's Grace is clinging to it, clinging to even the faintest sign of life on Mars. Excuse me, Ares. Well, it's boring, pointless work that no one can do, and it's gotta make me wonder if someone's actually mad at me. I mean, Hallie's mad at you. You let the prototype escape Lunaterra, and the most generous assumption is incompetence, from which they have a hard time buying. From you, they have a hard time buying. Time for the second best version of this outcome. Mech frauding, mech frauding, mech frauding. That's not fair. I'm plenty incompetent. They should know that by now. You are only incompetent in the ways you wish to be. Awfully profound way to call me lazy. If you were simply lazy, you would go out of your way to find so much trouble to get in. And that's the reason why this assignment is so disastrous as a punishment. Boring you is dangerous. I learned that very early on in your career. There's no way to make you sit still. Oh, maybe I'll try it this time. There's this good sniper spot with a view of the whole city. I won't move from there. Why does it sound less like you are promising to behave? And more like you're going to brag about how much trouble you can get in without even moving. Either way, sure to put me back on the front, right? Lunatera gets a point-blank encounter. It's time! Balance shifts because Saturn moved and Lunatera couldn't. Got you. She does. Saturn's as good as already down. But so is Lunatera. Got you too. Pure spite got Saturn this far, and it will get her even farther. She takes aim and fires. Lunatera, perfectly still for the perfect shot, is perfectly unable to get out of the way in time. Saturn's string of pearls is laid out flat on her back, creaking and twitching. God, this one's so horny. And Lunatera's Mercursium falls from her sniper spot like a burning star. Saturn almost at maximum smugness. Lunatera wakes up first, but her flight unit is shot. It's hard to hide a ship that can't fly in a city, but Mercursium is full of unfair tricks. Shooting her down is just the beginning. You have to catch her next. That's alright with Saturn. She's at her best when everyone is in the dirt. When she wakes up, she's ready. She might be in worse shape than Lunatera, but worse shape is her best. String of pearls skirts along the half-constructed city with the shape of ruins and the pristine finish of plastic toys still in their boxes. Looking for the hole Lunatera is nestled in and dodging her shots of protest. To be fair, Saturn getting shot through the throat and being so overwhelmed it shuts down her capacity for thought for a moment is pretty fucking horny also. Yeah, you know what? That's true. It is very horny as well. It took longer than I thought, but ready or not, here I come. Hey, hey, come out, come out, come out! You almost got me the last time you poked your head out to shoot. Try again. Aw, come on, I'm not babbling to trick you or anything. I'm just having a great time here. If it was just like, hey, I'm gonna describe being shot like you're coming your brains out, and she's so fucking right for that. Yeah, I can't. I shouldn't talk about how I like things on my own stream. I'm not even drunk. She is so right about that though. Anyone want to shoot me in the throat with hard light? As a joke? I'd love it if you stopped making me feel like I'm just talking to myself. Just fine, Saturn. What, this isn't exciting enough? I guess that's why you're the ace pilot, LT. I need to have you on the ropes to taunt you and dodge at the same time. That sounds just like, yeah, Joan. God, me too, please. An ear-splitting crash, impossible to tell which direction the shot came from. The cover around Saturn explodes. I'm an ace because I keep my priorities straight. That's not what I've heard. That keeping your priorities straight is the thing that you're worst at? That it's pretty much your most obvious. Priorities are. Is getting shot down by an idiot with no combat experience high on your priority list? Lunity is so straight. The building next to Saturn explodes. Is missing all the time high on your priority list? Really are a brat. Is getting harassed constantly by flirtatious brats high on your Whoa, that got too high. Is getting harassed constantly by flirtatious brats high on your priority list? You're really on your toes today. I can't hit you with anything. Yeah, I'm having fun too. A mess. I don't know why I'm laughing about it or having so much fun. I'm glad you think so. It's a funny kind of put it that way. If this fighting is just play fighting, then keep playing with me. You should be careful though, you never know what I might try next. I've got so many plans for dragging you out in the sun. What are they working on? Of course. Stop underestimating. I'm executing several plans as we speak. You're not at all already giving you any way out. At least give me a hint. I'm at a disadvantage here. You can't trick me into giving it all away. But maybe you're right. Maybe I should be generous. Just a hint about one. You're generous. You should know this, but winning isn't my highest priority. It won't mean I'm easy though. Hey, we do think alike. At least on the first half of that. If you love winning, the stalemate of this whole conflict should bore you to tears. All that's left in space are second choice pilots, who suck at things like winning no matter how good they are. I'm the second choice, but I'm the pilot that's here right now, and no one else would have thought of the plan that I did. I'm a second choice, or I wouldn't be. It's that great a plan? You're not easy? Well, it couldn't be me. Really? You? Oh, it's not a good plan. It's just that no one else would do it, because I'd have to be a freak to try and catch you on foot. A first choice would never be sent to space in the first place. That does sound like a crazy plan. So right for this, it's true. What would you even do if you found me, assuming I'm standing still? I know it sounds like I'm showing off, but I couldn't beat you in a fair fight, so anything else is in my favor, right? Maybe it's the only way around that ghost ship of yours and how much of a genius you are. I can track any ship I've had. I also have ways of being so hidden you never find me. You're right, but you haven't used them. Also, did you know that your Mercursium has a manual bypass for opening the cockpit? Oh, good. But I'll knock any. The gentle hiss of pressure in the cockpit opened. Hi. You look a little different. Not nearly smug. Hey, kitty face. You look a lot different. I remember that now. You were such a good girl, and I would have thought that was you. You're smiling, Lunatera. Did something good just happen? Really trust me. Why would I need to be? I win. Oh, I'd say I'm pretty dangerous just like this. Of everything. Never mind. You do look infuriating, smug for. Step away from the controls. Sure. I'm not laughing at you. Trust. You know, even still, even in a fake fight you have no respect for. No one takes me this seriously. I'm the Memorial Foundation ace, but just by default, after the good ones left. So I don't mind losing since you think. Lunatera kneels by the control, hands up. They're still in reach. Saturn climbs into the open hatch. No sudden movement. Oh, whoop. No sudden movements. And I don't think. What do you want now? Chip? They're both used. I'll decide that. I don't need your ship out of commission. I'm gonna be much cooler than you very soon, and then I'll beat you sort of fair and square. But maybe I should reprogram the ship to be absolutely sure. Lunatera whips her around so fast that Saturn's pinned down in the cockpit seat before she can tell how it happened. Sorry, touching there isn't a... So, then where is touching allowed? We're absolutely much more dangerous. Out a gun. LT's hand is on Saturn's collar, and her other on Saturn's wrist. Saturn slips her free hand down LT's. So, how about here? That's fun. What about here? I won't stop you. You don't mind if I touch your face, but you won't let me touch your ship? Some places are fine. Some places on me. Which do you want to know right now? Is this... Damn it! So, how's unbuttoning my shirt going? Harder than it looks at that angle. And, huh? Just make out with me, you heinous bitch! Lunatera had this idea, but instead she forgets it. She finds she's let her grip go slack, and Saturn's nearly leapt out of the chair to kiss her. That thought is a little surprising. Just make out with me, you heinous bitch. It's such a good line. Thought is a little surprising, but her body made the right call. In the moments in between, when she was busy overthinking. Saturn seems a little mad about that smug face Lunatera is making. Bites Lunatera's lip as they kiss. It doesn't encourage Lunatera to stop being like that. Absolutely insane. Are you kidding? What could possibly be a better use of your time? Don't tell me the duty is why you're fighting out here, or you would have stopped me before I opened the hatch. You're not just here for fun. You're not doing this just because there's no point, and you're killing time before the war collapses one way or another. Obviously, but I can be sure and still make out with you. Would it disappoint you if I wasn't? Oh, don't make that face. I can tell it would. That's good, though. I feel the same way. I wouldn't have let you flirt if that's just all you were. How can you... Halimede, I'll send her to an isolated sniping spot that no one would ever be a fool enough to approach. That way she won't fuck other girls. Saturn. I love Saturn. We've said it before. We will say it again. Halimede is not smart. That's why we love her. You saw the tweet that was like, we need to protect young trans women from emotionally stunted loser older trans women. I did also see that tweet. I love that half the people on it were just being horny. Good for them. You realize you just described the coolest woman on earth, right? I don't know if I'm heading towards emotionally stunted loser older trans woman, but you know. I don't know. I think you have to be in your 30s for that. At least. I also have a wife, so like... Don't protect me, give me their ass. Like, obviously there's, like, bad shit can happen to people who aren't like, who are new to relationships and get like, you can easily be exploited that way. But that's not, like, trans women are not the only people doing that or having that happen to, you know? This is just a problem with people and being bad at dating. And also, some people are into that. A lot of people are into that. I did see that tweet, though. Looks like I know something you don't. Even if it's just one thing. I'm always the last to know. You always make it seem like you know what you're feeling. Just acting on instinct. My body knows. Then you should be asking her. She'll know just what to do. It's interesting that, for that one, it's all of the, like, I guess it's all of the people in charge. But they used Europa instead of Hallie, which I guess makes sense because she's kind of more in charge than Halimede is. Even if Halimede's more in charge than she is. Um, but like, if they were going for the it it's so weird because Europa's in such a weird spot compared to Iapetus and Dr. Nyx, because they're the ones at the with the end dialogue, and then Europa's the handler. They could switch her to Halimede, but I don't think Halimede's that profound. Um, Also, her aunt's smarter. Um, or they could have swapped, like, they could have swapped Dr. Nyx for Mars, which would also be interesting. I don't know. It's cool seeing. Oh no, it's them because they're the three people with all the philosophy. That's right. That makes much more sense. Okay, sorry. My brain's getting to the end of its provisional acceptance of pilot mission. Incoming alert, all Memorial Foundation troops. Abandon Ares frontline. All units immediately rendezvous with main fleet at the Pilot Academy Lagrange colony on the way to Celestial Mechanics Moon Base. Generating new assignments. Provisional assignment, Special Operations Mission. Secure Lagrange colony as possible launch point for Celestial Mechanics hit and run tactics. Provisional assignment, Special Operations Mission. Destruction of obsolete Academy research technology before it falls into the hands of Kratos Graces. Provisional assignments will reduce your penalty status. Indicate you have understood new orders. Yes. Ready for gravitational catapult. Prepare to launch Lagrange Point 5. We get along better or worse than back then? Let's talk about something. Oh, is it really so bad these don't get along because we used to be so different? What happened? I got older and I learned a lot. That's enough to make me more like you. You're not giving me credit. Really? Do you think I'd blame you for teaching me the same lesson? Or? Well, I always hoped. I'd blame you if I felt like it. There's nothing to blame. Nothing you warned me about turned out like you stopped paying attention to any of your advice. I thought I was too smart for the rest, so it's just a coincidence we ended up like each other. I never minded your lesson. Are you sure? I was a harsh teacher. Really glad for it. I am happy for everything I learned, not for everything you taught me. I mean, it wasn't like you were wrong. You said what happened, happened. But none of it happened like you said it would. If I followed your advice to the it wouldn't have helped me at all. It was all just different and so I came up with my own answer. It wasn't until I looked back on them that I realized it was exactly what you'd done. Fair, I suppose. I should count that as a success for me. But also, due to your effort, for you. That's just what I wanted. I certainly never wanted a carbon copy of myself. I wanted you to improve on what you'd been handed. Good job. Shouldn't you be asking yourself that question, since you're the one in charge of the education? I was afraid you'd say, don't come for answers now, of all times. At least there's plenty of time left for me to not right in the end. Secular astrology part 2. I only did this because you asked, okay? I warned you, this is dorky stuff. The ancient roots of it are pretty dubious. In case you were wondering, I think most of it is just made up. I mean, yes, I know that it's all made up, but not even made up by some wise man 1,000 years ago. It's made up by some dude in California. Anyways, what the dude from California does is he organizes the parts of the body into parts of the mind and the spirit, and he says that what you should do is think about your body not as a body, but as a tool for relating to other people. You know that they draw them on a body, but it's like, don't think of them as actual body parts. It's the way you communicate. So this chart might help. I think the point of it is a way to remember that these are all parts of you, but also other parts of other people, and you have ways of communication between each other using them. People always ask me for their charts because they want to be flattered about what they're good at, but that's not the point. You need to know where you have trouble too. I looked at mine so much right before we broke up, you know? Like it did any good, but it's so weak when it comes to Venus. That's the distance of breath, which is the ability to read the atmosphere, and talking, the way you communicate with your breath. When you're bad at Venus, that doesn't mean you're bad with words, but you're bad at receiving words. You don't hear them, or you don't feed other people live. Well, according to your chart, you're bad at that too. So I hope that helps. Subject: Pilot Halimede Annual Report. 6 Halimede mentions. 2nd generation pilot program declassified. Pilot assessment reports. Dr. Nick. She's not coming out of her room. She uses to pilot it. Figures the well-behaved of all generation pilots would have a tantrum like a storm when it finally came. Do you expect me to know what to do about it? Yes. Your problem. Don't start begging. Fine. What's the big problem here? She'll get over it. Is she upset about her sister? Of course she is. Not for the reason I thought. That she missed. Hilarious. What's the real reason? She won't accept a hand-me-down. Although sulky, she won't pilot it. She won't pilot the perfect 2nd generation machine because it was made for her sister? She wants her own machine made. She's ridiculous. She said it would be fine if she died, but if it's just because she flaked out and got bored with space, left her problem in Halimede's lap, she won't do it. Siblings really this petty and mean? Stop laughing and help. Our only child who can't deal with bad kids. So did Triton just fuck off to Earth again? Is that where she is? Or is she somewhere in space? I guess we don't know. That's funny though. Older sisters are the scum of the earth, of course. Oh, this is why she hates T for T, because she hates older sisters. How does she feel about Yuri as my job? Bored now and went home. God. Halimede wants to go home too. Hallie, what are your thoughts on Yuri is my job? I think if I asked, she would tell me. She didn't specify in the Yuri Rex thread, just that she saw it. Yeah, that makes sense. She has, she would respond to me and then she would see my Saturn tweet and would get upset at it. Well, in character. Oh, my Saturn tweet's so fucking good. Anyway, I think this is going to be it for me tonight. I will see you all on Tuesday for some Pokemon Violet. We're going back to Pokemon Violent version. The first time she liked one of your tweets in January was horrible. Good. I just have to ask her in a way where I'm like, how do you feel about relationship? Well, no, we know that already. I do want to know how she feels about it, though. There's probably better Yuri for me to ask her about, but she has apparently read and seen like everything, which is fascinating. As someone who also like is a Yuri warrior and has seen so much of it, like it's always cool seeing people who have read as much Yuri as I have. I don't know, it's nice. Uh, anyway, I'm stopping. My voice is dying. Um, Asking her about the good stuff is boring. Well, I'm not gonna ask her about the fucking, Oh, I should ask her about Dragon and Phoenix Flip. I don't know if she's a... Dragon and Phoenix Flip is a, um... Is it... Is it manhwa for Chinese comics? Manhwa. Yeah, uh, Dragon and Phoenix Flip is about, oh my god, my... Okay, that was weird. No! My stream started stuttering. Anyway, it's about, an ex-actress. I think it's set in Hong Kong. But an ex-actress who, kind of like gets kicked out or like can't get a job. Um, her agent tells her about this opportunity to be, the agent for another actress who's kind of weird. Um, she doesn't want, uh, another woman to be her agent. She wants a man. Um, and so he's like, you could probably pretend to be a man and just be this girl's agent. You do a really good job of it. Uh and so she does. But the actress um is a very traumatized uh 19-year-old boy who's pretending to be his older sister because she got kidnapped after um someone rammed their car. And so he's pretending to be her. And it's messy and good. I recommend people read it. I need to reread it or catch back up with it again. Yeah, it's amazingly convoluted and fucked up right from the start. So they're both lying to each other about their genders, except I don't know, um, lying. Um, and then there's a couple of the supporting cast members are the other actors that um end up working with them a lot. And there's this one straight dude who gets really fucking confused because he's attracted to the manager. And he's like, "Am I gay?" And he hates the actress because she's kind of a brat. Um, and well, he's a lot of a brat. Um, it's good. It's really good. So again, it's called Dragon and Phoenix Flip. It's on Manga Dex. Um, I think more people should read it. It's also really pretty. Um, what was I doing? I was signing off, and then I started talking about Yuri. Uh,